Royal TV so ene eye efiada kita wonsabo so me de toso aduonu nan afimpinu ene aduonu ensem ahodro ana wotwe mu yaje bre ede somo ena wosemufo asemu asone so krojen eyi de editie de hwe a wo party bio ana wo pahu bio se mesanso emfa somo ene due ensem ne nanso de bedi emu akotini bi ene se na wotwe mu ene ebo mamane se osofo a wo hwe amane so ensem ene honorable Kojo upon Nkrumah edi nsem bi atu edwa se mpo se coronavirus yawe a Ghana fo binum enye bi na dodo na eho atowo no eno nche se yeye asorden efa nhihye yahodro a egu akwan no mu ebi na otwi mu ebeto edwa se fumigation exercise akoso ewo Asante Mantem hase ensem bi ekawe ho na mejebre ede somo sima eduasa entem Ask Media Training Institute eneba chidom Franco Trading Enterprise phone papa ahimfie kasie live ewo YouTube uko YouTube prokoshe Royal TV o subscribe my afi na wa share ede ama afoforo era ama nyamwa papa bi eni bidi me basisi
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma Wana or Pesa or Ye Juma radio any television so one or Pesa Usia camera works, one or Pesa Usia video editing. And unti say we journalism school, and also College of Education, Polytechnic Nwawie, and also University, Embo Senior School Nwawie, na Aiwani Swadi Unisa Pesa Ye Juma radio so and also TV Swa. Ask Media Training Institute and American for Eddie Amawo or hostel at the ma and the mema. And unti found form ne our TV officer ewo Kumase ahoju enhyaye so anase Royal TV officer ewo enkran achibota ene ABC ene di enhwani mu omo oga rural bank na esro hwa ahomatofo so a obetumi afre 0540102366 Ask Media Training Institute osi bisa near the
things in this town. Can't you see?
Franco Trading Enterprise TV na yakofa ba no eno awu deru ena megusu amewe na TV ne die eye papa se wo pe TV papa so dia and die eye Franco TV ye was 32 inch ye was 40 inch ye was 43 inch and ye sound so 55 inch na 55 inch ne die eye Android and the sound so ye 4K so connect with internet man ne dia wo Netflix and with YouTube die o fa ho dwane borrow Franco Trading Enterprise show bi na koto of Franco TV na clarity so dey say TV no eni da ho and na price ne so dey e da from kra Franco Trading Enterprise television papa ahifie nsem yede somo na yimu yasanso ede esomu bio afejibre na memfa ensem ni mu enchemu ensomo nanso ansa na no kase etwegu live ewo YouTube eno eye Royal TV yembonra ensem no emu na hotwi mu na ede bre ahwefo se osofo a wohwe amanebo so ensensemu honorable Kojo upon Nkrumah ono aso na yemra hyebedwani edema omanfo omowo ofase ayiribi ono no odi nsem bi etu Ghana fo nyina enim se efa no agye wuden coronavirus yawe a eje ne homina ewo ewiase afana nyina ena afensu Ghana sei na abepie mu Ghana ha sei na in cases na ekosoro pa nanso wona wo ho atowom no
edoso wo se enche se afekwa no wo se ye asoden efa enche ya hodro egu akwemu a wo se ye bua ama yare no ano ebrase.
We'll focus on 3 key issues. The first is a quick update on our testing program, which is coming back to full throttle. You will recall that in the weeks gone by, we mentioned that our testing program had a little setback due to the availability of reagents and a few other things. And about 2 briefs ago, Professor William Ampofo, who is the coordinator of the testing program, coordinating the various labs that are testing, updated us on what was being done to get the logistics back on track. This morning, this afternoon, he will give us the status report, and we're happy to inform you that our testing program is coming back to full throttle. The trend of Ghana's active cases. You would recall that every time we do a presentation, there are a number of figures that are thrown about. There's the cumulative case count, there are recoveries, there are new cases. But there's what we believe is one of the most significant data points is active cases. Indeed, we believe that that is what is big story, the big headline. Because the active cases reflect the disease burden on Ghana. And we have an opportunity to spend some time getting into the trend of Ghana's active cases. That is the real proof of the disease burden on Ghana, whether it's getting worse, whether it's getting better, whether it's stabilized. And Dr. Patrick Mabuaji of the Ghana Health Service joined us with a presentation on that one. I will also share with you an update from the Office of the President. Recall that he's been in precautionary self-isolation for a while. So I'll share with you an update on that. But just as we start, let me refresh your memories. There are now people who still say, what is Ghana's strategy? Are we changing strategy? Should we change strategy? Just to recap, Ghana has a 5-part strategy. The first part of the strategy is to let or stop the importation of cases. Why is that important? Because once we are dealing with a pandemic, it means that people move from country to country. There is the likelihood that virus carriers will move from country to country. And what it will do is that it will increase your numbers and make it more difficult for you to battle the virus. And so the first thing that we have done is to limit and stop importation of cases by closing Ghana's borders, by deploying military and the other security agencies to stand guard at our borders to ensure that we limit and stop the importation of cases. And where we have to assist Ghanaians to come back home to ensure that they are quarantined for a period and tested, and when all is kosher, they are allowed into the general population. That pillar, the first pillar of our strategy, is functioning pretty well as we speak and is a protective layer for Ghanaian citizens and residents within the Ghanaian jurisdiction. The next is to contain spread. What that means is that to have your surveillance levels up and ensure that you are able to contain the rate at which the disease is.
Abusia hetwa ensam so ede amao nanobnada ena ye bomo amanese ubepiemu ewo Asanteman Kropon enu eye Kumasi phase 2 of fumigation exercise no ekoso ewa hase na eye ajiudi coronavirus yawe atu atese ewo mayimu entina Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly edisa hihye we nyina egu akwanmu. Efibra coronavirus yawe no eyiti na empanyimfo hye ewo se wobo adro ewo Ghana afana nyina se na bia beboa ama yawe no entumi emrase na sa adro no wobo a enye adro a ebetumi aha enipa akomodin na emom no emoa enketenkete ahodro a omowo yendwom ahodro yen low stations ahodro na empo betumi aboa ama coronavirus yawe no entumi enje no na phase 1 no ekoso
sise amanebo abeto dwa every Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly ene se bupiemu ewo Asante Mantem Kropon enu eye Kumasi a wo phase 2 so ahihye so asisi enu wo gba aduro ewo ndrom ahodro ewo Asante Mantem asei lorry parks ewo aban ejanai bia ena afin so mia ya ahodro bebre na nipa etumi ekohye mu wo ho wotumi didi anase wotumi edi djuma wo ho se na bi obetumi abo aduro na aboa ama enkoden ahodro a ye ko atia coronavirus no ni nyina ebetumi awie peye ne santi wamo eche se Asante Mantem asei no eye phase 2 no ebekoso wo na due kita won sabo so me ni de to so aduonu baako afi mpinu edi aduonu every anapa no woche edi kopiemu ewo enwumre no na pepepe na biaye a obedi se adwumei eye keketia Central Market efia kobi ena afein so no Central Business District eno eye adrum aban ejanan bia ahodro lorry parks ahodro eno ewo Kumasi ena afein so ne mpachemu ebi race course bantemedwom di nyina ebi betumi akoso ne santi no wo hye se eni kwan se obi biara a wodi djuma ewo bia ya aboboso no otumi ebedi djuma ewo ho no mo se de betumi aboa ama omo etumi abodro no na aboa ama enkodin ayakun etia coronavirus ere no bia ebetumi awie pepepe na ochiema wo se wukiada eno eye kita won sabo so me ne da etoso aduonu mienu afimpinu ene aduonu efri anapa no nkro ne de na wabo aduro ne nyina awie na enti nipa hodo odi djuma ewo bia ya tutu mu na enti no ntumi enkokodi won djuma no wo nyina betumi akokodi won djuma se ne tie pepe na aboa ama Kumaseman ena afezu Ghana so etumi afanentuma pa efra ne santie nei se obepiemu Asante Mantem Kropon a wo hwa enipa bebe na enhyeda eni kromu stores ahodro de dodo na watotutum ho no mo se na be beboa ama bibiara etumi akoso edwa ahodro akase e wa Asante Mantem sei watotum se na be ya sa edro a wo bo e wo hanom se no obetumi enya kwan wa bo na aboa ama Ghana ena afenso Asante Man etumi afanentuma pa efra Bukiade ya etwemu ena okopiemu ewo Sakawono eno ewo Kwabri East Mansino emu Asante Mantem asei asem ena meka na adaje eni posokra ni nyina ne se eye lawyer Kojo FA edin na dodo na enim no ene se John oto ananom ewo ensie no na no bukiada ena busua ema akwan se wodi ni na wotweda na pani kohwe eye Sakawono kronimu no na enye asem kitakra ewo hono
na osa nya brepa o se akire ho no ma enya asam keto ahu samanfo ebi abokobere na ebi subrisi edi ehim ebi jesu bia shatade black e kire se ne eyare hoda da ye ja obi akwan da ye obi nsu aye na enya obi a se ya yebra lawyer Kojo Owusu Afie se John ono na ene yedine na wotweda yedi ni atrimo hanum hosempa se papai ono so etimi afriate asfa sa so sa owura ne tin edese John nipa bia Ghana mam ha nyina obisa obia ebeka no ho asem papa ede ato ne ne ya ban krom aha sakra wono na ye ba abedi na wotweda ebie na o hye na busafie na ewo ya chi a hu sa manfo abodom pem honum a obia so eba bejam ne bie ya hosem ne mom ye ho hwie nhyeda enye ye sanse bi se owo krade a enkwa entimenye entiwura de lawyer Kojo Owusu Afie se John na no watchida no so bosso a yenso nya chemu bia ye behe ede ekoso ntinyi wa fide ni fia ye wram na afei edidi ko pie hwe nipa titira omo nso ebeba hanom bia de kronti omo ba kwan ben a omo faso a omo ni mo wura ne din de se John enti ene ye bedi na ochida ye to aso inside ho akasa
Antonia Beifa Kabo oboma na James Sankosa obo Perio Kujato obo Oredu a foreign affairs deputy minister Charles Owusu nipa bebre na afa Sir John sem etimabru de ahwera de pa na our forest commission so ade o mabunu a ye remfini da sa oma emabunu pim 80,000 enyuma our forest commission eti Sir John niema waya ade ama mabunu die abusua siaka se ya kan wo aha ade be saye ade be chie yes rese nyame mfa ni seye nyame nkosoa na onkra no na niema waya ma de ye be kosoa no akai na ene yewura ono na ohwe odo na maya chira e chira enipa na oyo Officer John demre fadie Officer John die
metwa ensem so adiama dia kase e check live wo YouTube uko YouTube anoko hwehwe Royal TV o subscribe edi maye na uwie a na wa share edi ama afoforo afi kase no na wotwum nsema ye jebre ede somo na yasanso yima yasanso edi esumu biom meduka kopie mu ewo oswafo a wo hwe oman sikasem so any honorable Ken Ofowi Atta Enra beto dwa se kopie mu ewo mahye bedofie a wodi media budget review no ekoto edwa the santi ne sembi a wodi to Ghana for any nyane se ebano education and afenso agriculture aban no abono homodin yepa ukoshe agriculture sika twhwidie eno eye 1.85 billion Ghana cedis ena wodi ashem ebi odum so kwaade yene no eto kwanta apai ewo omanyimu we senior high school aban no ede baye nso aboa ede sika pa ahye awofo bebre na ebotome bio eye electricity bill and after water bill nso de aban no say wode ache.
We remember also well how the previous government, after imposing the inconvenient and income-sapping doom so on households and businesses for 5 years, and sensitively increased electricity prices by 89%, then by 10%, then by 78% and 20%, and finally by 59% between 2010 and 2015 alone. It took courage, Mr. Speaker, and care for President Akufo-Addo to do what no other government have been able to do before, which is a net reduction of electricity tariffs by 11% since 2017. Such is a higher level of care today, that today, nearly 4 years in office, electricity prices for Ghanaians, households and businesses all included, remain cheaper in both nominal and real terms than what they were before 2017. Mr. Speaker, the reason is simple. It is because we put the concerns and aspirations of the ordinary Ghanaian first. That's why we further reduce electricity prices by half and completely provide potable water for free for everybody in March this year. And we will extend it for another 3 months. To break it down, Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government of the people, and with that I mean a government of all the people, to offer cost-free water all across the country, representing all domestic and commercial customers in Ghana for 3 months. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government to be for the people and for business, large and small, to choose to subsidize electric consumption by 50% to 4 million households and nearly 700,000 businesses at the cost of $1 billion in 3 months. And we will extend the coverage of lifeline customers for another 3 months. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government to hear the distress of business and respond with support to small and medium businesses to the tune of 600 million cedis in order to help them survive and thrive in these uncertain times. The covers will be increased by 150 million cedis to help many more SMEs, including 50 million for the creative arts industry, the media, and private universities. It takes a caring government to establish a guarantee scheme of up to 2 billion cedis to enable businesses to borrow from banks at more affordable rates and at longer tenure to save their business and retain jobs. This will be established. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government to provide seed funding to set up retraining and skills improvement program in partnership with labor and employers and with pay-based organizations. the seed fund will help workers who are laid off to either improve their skills or acquire skills to improve their chances of finding new employment or set up their own businesses. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government to partner with labor employers to initiate an unemployment insurance scheme to provide temporary income support to workers when they lose their jobs. Mr. Speaker, it takes a caring government and its central bank to create an environment for the banks to provide 7 billion Cs to help their clients through loan restructurings, interest rate reductions, and granting of new facilities and up moratoria on debt servicing. Going forward, Government and Bank of Ghana will work with the banks to extend more of these reliefs. This current government, Speaker, provided over 2.74 million cooked foods to the poor and vulnerable persons in Accra and Kumasi the 3-day lockdown. Today, government has paid 5.4 million as full cost cover for WASI nations for all 313,837 SHS-3 students. This is a caring government. A responsive and caring government is one that with urgency and military precision managed to fund and provide the logistical support to supply 5.2 million reusable face masks, 64,700 Veronica buckets, accompanies access to all final year students at tertiary, senior, and junior high schools levels in Ghana to return to school